Hey, welcome to Keight Krafts. I'm Kate. Today I would like to share with you 2 cards using the same background dye. Let's get started. So to kick things off, I'm going to be using a background piece that I made at the beginning of the year, and we will be using one dye for it. So if you would like to see how this was made, I have a video that I posted at the beginning of the year just doing some ink blending with some alcohol inks and just kind of giving a recap of 2023 and what to expect from 2024. So if you'd like to watch that, I'll leave a link in the description box for you. So what I've done here is I've used the Fawn Quilted Hearts backdrop die and background die. Background? Whatever. Tomato. And I've cut it out twice out of 2 different cardstocks. So the one you see here is a Recollections brand cardstock. It's a Shimmer Cardstock. I often use it in a lot of my projects as I have quite a bit of it still. And I've gone ahead and cut out just one of my cards with it. And I'm making sure to get enough glue down on the back side so that way when I flip it over, I have it nice and sturdy and glued and nothing's going to be peeling up. So you can see here I have a bunch of these little hearts that I can pop out of the first one that I cut, which is the alcohol blended inks. So I'll just add little dots of glue and I will pick up those hearts and I will drop them in. Now, you could pop them all out and put them all in and kind of go all willy-nilly and not bother figuring out where each one of them came from, but I'm going to be a little finicky and I'm going to pop them out as I go. So I want to make sure that I get them all in order so that way when you look at them both, you kind of get the idea of one came from the other kind of thing. So waste not, want not, right? I mean, this is a really great die for backgrounds because you could do a simple card with just the quilted hearts and a sentiment, or you could add images, and it's very versatile. I really like this background die. Now, I do have it in the portrait, but I find that I get more use out of the landscape one. I don't know what it is, if it's because the hearts are a little bit bigger, or I don't know, I'm more easy building scenes in landscape than I am portrait. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many landscape cards I've done to portrait cards last year. That'll be something to look into. So next up, we are going to take the Magic Hearts message with the coordinating die, and we're just going to line that up to make sure that I have enough room that I got to cut this out. And then we're going to take one of the sentiments from it as well. And we are going to line that up on my sheet of paper here. Yeah, we're going to stamp it out. So I'm just using some Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink, and I'm making sure to ink up my stamps nice and juicy. And then we're going to stamp that out. So it says, "Would you be mine?" And the other one says, "You make my heart happy." So we're going to double stamp that. And this is on the Recollections brand Shimmer Cardstock, which you can kind of see how it's got that little bit of an iridescent shimmer to it. And I really like that color. I wish there was a better cardstock with that color, but... So we're going to take the scrap piece that we had from the Quilted Heart backdrop die that I used, and we're going to use this as a banner. Now, I'm trying to figure out how I want this to go, because this is going to be a simple card. I mean, it took me forever to lay those hearts down, but I think it was well worth it because I really love that heart. And we are going to figure out exactly what it is. Now, that paper that I used to do the alcohol ink blending on, it is an alcohol ink cardstock. It's a 5x7 and it's called Silver Sparkle. I think I got this last year or the year before at Michael's and just never really played with it. I mean, I really want to bust out more of my alcohol inks, but they are so stinking messy. So to have this heart tie into the colors, I'm just taking a V660. Yeah, V660, and this is one of my Ohuhu Ohanas, or Ohuhu. Oh my goodness. And then this one is the G862 of the Ohuhu Oahu. Say that 5 times fast. I wouldn't dare. And we're just going to go around with this color just to kind of tie it in. I chose these colors because I found that they best matched between, my Ohuhus and my Copics. I found that these ones would look a lot better. And then this one we're coming in with a B953 and just adding in a little bit of that dark blue because you get pops of dark blue in this as well. So once I'm happy with that, I will line everything up as best that I can. And then we're going to add some tape runner to it because this is a little bumpy and it is a bit textured, so I want to double stick this. So I've added my tape runner, and now we're going to add a little bit of our Bearly Arts glue. And I'm going to try and line this up as best that I can. So I'm going to use my grid mat. I'm going to try my best to line everybody up. And then once I'm happy with that, I'll give that a good mash down. And then once that's there, we're going to add some foam tape to the back of our heart here. And then we're going to peel off the release tape. And once all of the release tape is pulled off, as my fat fingers are having problems, even though my tweezers are sitting right there, I'm going to add some glue for some double stick, because you all know how I love to double stick everything. Grab my reverse tweezers, and we'll line up on our grid mat. Get a good idea of where we want this to go and give that a good mash down, and we've got card number 1 almost all ready to go. I pulled out some Studio Katia. These are half pearls, I think they are. I want to say they're silver foil pearls. That's another tongue twister. Silver foil pearls. I'd like you to say that 5 times fast, or at least try to say it once, so I'm not alone in the tongue twisters here today. So next up, card number 2, we're going to do the same process. We are going to glue it down onto our Shimmer Cardstock here, and we're going to add tons of glue to make sure that this all sticks down. Now, we're not going to do any inlaying because we've already used our hearts. And because this is the Shimmer Cardstock, this will poke right through to give it a little bit more texture. We'll flatten that over top and then give that a good mash down, and then I'll be able to trim off the excess around the edges. So once we've got that mashed down, we have the Would You Be Mine. So we're going to cut that out with another Sentiments banner die by Fawn. As you can see off to the right there, I have a whole bunch of different banner dies that I tend to go to when I need something. So once I've got that all cut out, we'll be able to put stuff down. So I put this up on my card, and I wasn't too convinced that I wanted it that way. So we're going to take another banner die that's a little bit bigger, and we are going to partial die cut that all the way out. And then we're going to slide that banner die over, and we are going to get a custom fit here, as you can see. I love doing this because I don't have to invest in a whole bunch of different banner dies. I could just use one really long one and shift it and cut it and shift it and cut it, and we got something that fits custom and perfect. So once I've got that down, we're going to add a little bit of our Bearly Arts glue to the back here, and we are going to glue this down onto our little pop of black. So once I'm happy with that, we'll give that a good mash down, and we will be able to assemble this to our card. So once we've got that down, we are going to again add on to another banner strip here. So I'm going to line this up the best that I can. And this is just some scrap silver cardstock. It's a no shed silver cardstock that I had in my stash. I thought this would really tie in nicely together. So again, we're going to go in with that tape runner, and once my fat fingers can get out of the way, we are going to add some double stick because we are working with a textured background. And once I'm happy with that, we are going to line everything up on our grid mat here, try our best, and then we are going to figure out where we're going to put this. So as I'm lining this up, I lose my little tape, and no worries. I'm going to try my best, and once we're happy with the position, we'll slide it over just a smidge, and then we'll press it down. So again, we have some Studio Katia half pearls, and these ones are called Arctic Breeze pearls. Those ones are a little bit easier to say than silver foil pearls. You really gotta roll it off the tongue for that one, don't ya? So once I am happy with the amount of glue and poking these cute little pearls down, I think my card is complete. So let me know in the comments which one you liked best. And if you think I've earned it, give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.